Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are quickly filling up Alumni Stadium in anticipation of a terrific clash we have ahead. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
And here comes the offense on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man to the left. He's off to the races. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Set to advance on the football. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Eagles offense will go to work for the first time. A first down for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Boston College wants to play fast. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Takes a hit as he fires. Grabbed over the middle. It's Franklin. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Morales. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And the Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Field goal is good. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. On the move. It's Young. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Bond. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Running back searching for a hole. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Boston College right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. 3rd down coming for this offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Boston College will send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on 2nd down. Looking for room, it's Young. Not much there, they'll give him 1 to the 14. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And the Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's Globichuk. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Snags it over the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw.
Running toward the tape. The 20. Touchdown, WKU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right now.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Bringing it back, it's Hutchinson. And the returner will be dragged down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Right on target with that last pass. Now it's second and medium. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Fires left. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Alumni Stadium.
And the Hilltoppers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
He's tackled at the 22. Second down coming up.
The Golden Eagles will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Castellanos. A little screen to the running back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, This guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It's a draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, the offense is trying to get it down on the ground there on third down, but they just can't seem to make it work because of how physical the defense has been, guys. It's made this offense very one-dimensional. I mean, the only way it seems they can move the football is when they try to throw it.
Boston College will send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes a grab and he's dragged down. Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Boston College wants to play fast. Oh, it's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Moves around to clear up the vision. Across the 25, he's got room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The back goes in motion. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
They'll give it to the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
At the 42-yard line. Third down coming up.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Complete on third down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
This Boston College offense has it working. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Quarterback floating away from pressure. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Boston College right back to the line. Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Robichaux. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Brings up second down.
Tempo and overdrive. Leaves it with the back. Just ran him over. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. The throw. That's reeled in. It's Franklin. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Second down coming up.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
14, Boston College, 3.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run it from the gun. He's got enough to give Boston College the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in for it, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
BC back to work after picking up the first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the left side. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws him to within a field goal.
Boston College, 11.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
Well, they've done a lot of really nice things on the road in this game so far, and that's why they have the lead. But after that incompletion now, you can sense the momentum now switching back to the home team late in this game.
And the Hilltoppers will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Pulls it in. It's Globichuk.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Boston College wants to play fast. Gonna run it. It's Globichuk. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
If I'm the quarterback right here, I hope my play caller is going to let me take another shot. You just got a big gainer. Defense is on their heels. Let's go tempo, and let's see if we can catch them napping or misaligned and score a touchdown.
Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for the loss.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Pulls and fired complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They bring the punter onto the field now. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Going up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's McGowan. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the 1st down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Touchdown, Boston College! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the 1st down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket, so he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wide open downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
4th down, gotta have it here. He'll take another shot here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.